They'd never heard the name before. To most of them, it sounded like a mistake. A menu typo, maybe a joke someone forgot to explain. Chicken, fried, steak. 3 words that shouldn't belong in the same sentence, in a country already famous for oversized portions and even bigger stories. So when a handful of visitors from across the Atlantic finally sat down to try it, most expected to be underwhelmed. What actually happened was a 91-year-old letting out language his family will be reminding him about for years. A grown man going quiet mid-bite, and at least one traveller wondering out loud why nobody back home had ever mentioned this dish existed. This is the story of how one plate of fried beef and white gravy quietly rearranged what a group of Europeans thought they understood about America. Stay with this one. A few of these reactions get more honest than anyone expected. 91 years into life, not much catches Grandad Joe off guard. When his granddaughter Mary set the plate down and told him it was a Southern classic, he eyed it like it had personally offended him. "What is it, chicken steak?" One bite later, the verdict came in language his family will be quoting for years. "That's busting, Mary. Absolutely bloody stinking rotten delicious."
Here you go, Daddy.
Oh, Bab.
Tonight you have got a meal from the deep south, and it was highly requested that I give you this one.
Really?
It's called chicken fried steak with country gravy.
What is a chicken steak?
Chicken fried steak it's called. See what you think. Is that nice?
That's busting, that is, Babs. Absolutely ruddy, stinky, rotten delicious.
Do you like it?
I do.
His confusion wasn't unusual. Even Americans mix up the name. One home cook set out to prove chicken fried steak isn't chicken at all. It's beef, fried the way you'd fry chicken. He tried it himself and landed on a fair 7.1 out of 10. Good crunch, but missing a real steak sear. The mix-up, it turns out, doesn't stop at the border.
Did you know that chicken fried steak isn't chicken? For the longest time, I thought this was just a piece of fried chicken, but it's actually beef. And all I did was slice up a ribeye and smashed it just so it's a bit thin. And then I prepped this how you would with fried chicken, with some flour, eggs, and then panko breadcrumbs. And then deep fried until it was golden brown. Apparently this is a Southern American classic. I was aiming for medium rare, so let's see. It's more like a medium. Let's see if this is any good. This wouldn't be my go-to way to prepare a steak. You're pretty much getting gray meat with a chicken fried crust. I think mainly because since you're covering the surface of the steak, you don't get a nice sear. It is a decent flavor because as long as you season your flour, it's almost like fried chicken in a way, but then you get a bit of that meaty beef flavor. So it's kind of confusing because I don't really have my beef like that. But this does remind me of the Japanese katsu or katsa sandwich. I forgot what it's called. If I had to rate this, because I love beef, I think I'm just going to give this a 7.1 out of 10.
2 British travellers found their own introduction in a mountain diner in Blairsville, Georgia, running since 1931. Does it get more American than this? One asked, eyeing a wall sign that read, "Born free, taxed to death." Then the food landed. He didn't bother finding polite words for it. His friend's plate, eggs, potatoes, gravy, a little of everything, earned an even simpler line. "Nothing like it exists back home."
Guys, we've made it to the Appalachian Mountains. Look at this place. And you know us, we like to try hole-in-the-wall restaurants, and what better than this place?
Have a look at that. Hole in the wall, Blairsville. Let's go and have a look. Does it get more American than this? Take a look around.
When you say chicken fried steak, there's a chicken one and a steak.
There's a sign over there that says born free, taxed to death. That is the most American thing. Look at this food. Chicken fried steak, scrambled egg, ash bran. You can't go wrong. Let's try it. Chicken fried steak. Oh, that KFC. Country scramble. We've got gravy, eggs, mushroom, meat. I think there's potato here as well. Kind of like bubble and squeak a little bit. Yeah. Stuck in, lad. You know what? Kind of like everything you can find in the kitchen, just to the plate. But it works. You'd never get that in the UK. Hole in the wall.
Not every conversion needed outside convincing. At an outdoor table, 2 British friends, Josh and Ollie, called their American friend Wicker over to try their gravy-covered plates. He hesitated. Growing up, this dish meant a school cafeteria tray nobody finished. I'm nervous, he admitted. He took the bite anyway. It's phenomenal.
Everyone loves steak. Everyone loves fried stuff. Everyone loves gravy. Just do it all.
Okay.
Because why not? Oh my God.
How have they made that steak
That is
so
good.
soft?
That's a good point. I don't know if I've ever had country fried steak before.
I haven't.
That's delicious. Worker, come here, worker, come here. You've had country fried steak before?
Yes, but
When?
in school.
You guys had this in school?
And it was the thing that no one wanted. I'm nervous. I haven't had any good ones.
All right, go for it. Took a very big bite considering how nervous he is.
They're phenomenal.
Yeah.
No one summed up the whole afternoon better than a British traveller with a handlebar moustache. Bloody good, he said before he'd even finished chewing. He kept eating faster than he probably meant to, admitting he'd heard about this dish for years and never once tried it. By the end of the plate, he wasn't reviewing a meal anymore. He was questioning a gap in his own country's food culture. Why is chicken fried steak not a thing anywhere else? I've never heard of that in the UK at all. Half joking, he added that a proper American diner back home could make a fortune.
Bloody good. Chicken fried steak. Never ever had chicken fried steak before. They got chicken fried steak, eggs, my favourite American hash browns. And this is just like the gravy that's on the biscuits and gravy as well. Probably my best thing I've ever tried.
Really?
Probably the best like meat dish that I've had. Yeah, that is really good.
It's like best of both worlds.
This is a good. I mean, just look at it. This is a good hearty dish.
It's down
Big
here.
portions as well, like big American portions. Like, honestly, bloody good. I mean, you can see how fast I'm going through that. That is so good. Chicken fried steak, man.
It's like your new favorite.
Hell yeah. That's really. Why have I not had that before?
Everyone kept saying.
Everyone kept saying to me,
try it.
try chicken fried steak. I've never had it before. Why is chicken fried steak not a thing anywhere else? Like, I've never heard of that in the UK at all. That is like, if that was in the UK, that would be a good dish. I tell you, there's a big place in the market for someone in the UK to start doing proper
'Cause
American food.
If a dish has ever changed how you saw a place, drop it in the comments, because it turns out the locals have some opinions of their own. For the people who grew up with it, none of this comes as news. Long before any visitor took a first bite, chicken fried steak had already built its own well-worn mythology across small towns and highway stops from Oklahoma to Texas. In Stillwell, Oklahoma, an older man in a trucker hat called Giant South Diner a hidden gem, then cut into his steak and delivered the kind of line only someone who's eaten a lot of bad versions can give. This ain't no frozen steak.
Like that Deep South Diner, Stillwell. What a hidden gem. Jalapeno bites, yummy, really yummy. Chicken fried steak. Look at the Indian taco. Let's see what we got. Well, this is no frozen steak. That's spot on. I don't think it could get any better than that. Chicken fried steak. Let's get one of these here. Ooh.
Here, you dear.
Thank you. Well, that's good bread. Indian taco. Guys, this chicken fried steak's good. Wait for the dessert. Woo.
At Tally's Cafe, a few counties over, a younger reviewer paid $13.95 for a plate nearly too big to finish, and decided it tasted less like a 5-star meal and more like elementary school lunch. A very nostalgic taste, he called it, honest enough to admit it leaned more on gravy than bold flavor.
They say when you come to Oklahoma, you gotta try chicken fried steak. Take a look at this, man. I'm at Tally's, and they told me I gotta pour the gravy over the chicken fried steak just like this. And they said it's about to go crazy. I hope so. Yo, this thing is massive, by the way. $13.95 for this whole dish. Comes with 2 sides. Look at that. I guess chicken fried steak is just like ground steak, or they mash it or something like that. I don't know, but let's try it out. That was the most disgusting bite. This is a very nostalgic taste. I remember tasting something like this in elementary school. I think this dish is more of a texture thing. A little lacking on the flavor, but I'm glad there's gravy smothered over everything. I think this dish is okay.
That cafeteria memory isn't a coincidence. A Texas schoolteacher filming her lunch break showed off her own tray and admitted the price had crept from $3 to $7 over her years there, still cheaper than a drive-through and made from scratch. For a lot of American kids, this dish was never a discovery. It was just Tuesday.
I always say that our school has the best cafeteria food. Today's is one of my favorites. We have chicken fried steak today. I don't know if you can see it. I'll do it overhead afterwards. It is so good though. Chicken fried steak with gravy over it. We've got mashed potatoes, and then I got 2 bread rolls because I'm a carby girl. And then we have a salad. We've got a nectarine, I think. And then some watermelon in here. Yum, yum, yum. Questions that people have asked before with our lunches, are they free? No, unfortunately they are not. We pay $7 for these. When I first got to the school, it was $3. Then they upped it to $4 the following year, and then it jumped from $4 to $7, which honestly is not horrible, because if I was gonna go drive through somewhere, it would be like $15, $20. So, and this is very filling and really good. So I'll show you overhead real quick. I know it may not look good, but we've got the chicken fried steak here, yummy mashed potatoes, and then our bread and salad. We normally have like a salad bar where you can like put whatever toppings you want on them, and they have like good toppings. They have like jalapenos, carrots, craisins, croutons, bell peppers, hard-boiled eggs, like literally everything you can think of, you can put it on. Today they didn't have it out though, it's just a like pre-made salad. So this saved me because I did not bring lunch today. And that's the best thing, is like if I don't bring a lunch, the school cafeteria food's always an option because we have really good food. It's not like prepackaged stuff, excuse me. They make it all in the cafeteria. So that's like a great option because life is busy and it's hard to like prep lunch sometimes. So having this as an option is always great.
Ask a Texan where to find the real version though, and you'll start an argument. One home cook rattled off her own shortlist. Mary's Cafe, The Honey Hole, a sandwich version at McCann Street Grill, before admitting her mother is the true expert in the family.
Best chicken fried steak in East Texas. This, I expect to ruffle feathers on like the passion of a good chicken fried steak. Now, it can be any type of way you like it. You just tell me where your favorite one is. Now, I think the one at Mary's Cafe in Gilmer is fabulous, but there are so many other great spots. The Honey Hole in Marshall is kind of known for their chicken fried steak, and it's the one where it's like a huge chicken fried steak that you want to try out, and it's right off the interstate. Great location, but there are so many spots. I've heard that McCann Street Grill has an insane one. Like, I think they do it in a sandwich form as well, but tell me where you're like, oh, girl, you've got to try this chicken fried steak at this location. Like, it is the best. I would say like my mom loves a good chicken fried steak, so she's more of a connoisseur of this than I am. I can only handle like so much of it, but I still love them, especially if it's at the right spot. So tell me where you love to get a chicken fried steak in the East Texas area.
Regional pride shows up in the strangest places too, like a travel center off I-15 in Utah, where a family spotted a chicken fried steak too big for its plate next to handmade dirty sodas and a wall of local football photos.
This is the largest chicken fried steak I've ever seen, and I bet you can't guess where it's from. A lot of food, and if you know me, my body doesn't love gluten, so I brought a little bread with a big appetite. Ha! These guys know their market, and they brought us out some dirty sodas, a Rudy Tooty, and an Island Breeze. Ooh, is it good? These guys are jumping right into our community, bringing in our local football team, putting it on the wall, local artists that you can buy their pictures right here from the restaurant. They're really excited to be part of our community. You don't have to go to the gas station to come here. There's parking right on the side, right out front of the restaurant. Come on in. They serve breakfast all day, clearly good portions. It is lunchtime, so I'm gonna dig into these burnt ends. These are good.
As Ryan's personal gluten disposal, I felt like I had a duty to share with you guys. Number one,
how good the biscuits and gravy is. But I have an obligation. You guys see this. This is huge. This needs to be cut into and tasted. And Ryan can't do it. That's a freaking breakfast right there.
Down in another small-town diner, a group of friends crowded into a booth at Miller's Homestead over tri-tip chicken fried steak and eggs. The verdict was short. Beats fast food out.
We have got chicken fried steak. I'm at breakfast with a bunch of guys. At Miller's Homestead once again. Got my Knork. Let's give it a shot. That's hot. That is hot, but the gravy is a winner. It is tri-tip on the chicken fried steak. Eggs over easy, potatoes, sourdough. Miller's Homestead. Everything I've had here has been good. PDX Fast Foodie, out.
Over in Crandall, Texas, an entire family runs the kitchen of a small bistro built on a 20-year dream. Nieces, nephews, a godson, all on the floor, one of them entertaining a customer's baby so she could film in peace. Their cracker-crusted steak almost feels secondary to what it represents.
What if I told you the best chicken fried steak in DFW exists in a small town bistro? Let me just show you. Just 30 minutes east of Dallas in a town called Crandall you've probably never heard of. No glitz or glam, just good old comfort food. Meet the namesake. He's been at this for over 20 years and this is the first place he's called his own. I treat you like family too. That's them playing with my baby so that I can film this. We came for brunch, starting with a burger and an over easy egg, breakfast enchiladas, very French toast, and finally what you've been sticking around for, a golden crispy chicken fried steak with a crunchy cracker crust and a blanket of homemade gravy. They have different specials every week and it's a newer spot, so let's show them some love and add it to the love list.
The best version doesn't always come from a place built for it. Outside an Italian restaurant in Dallas, a young reviewer held up a plate nearly the size of the table. No longer gatekeeping this, he said, pouring on the gravy.
Where's the best chicken fried steak in Dallas? I'm gonna give you a gem. Right here. The biggest too, by the way. Check that out. All the gravy we can need. Bigger than the size of Texas itself. And here's my bite. Definitely my favorite chicken fried steak in Dallas. The crunch is out of this world. So tender, you just bite right into it. Prego, gotta check it out. You'd never expect to order this here, but you got to.
In Austin, one pitmaster only serves his version once a week, fried in beef tallow alongside beef cheeks so tender he joked you wouldn't need your own teeth for them.
By far my favorite chicken fried steak in Austin is this beef tallow fried steak, available one day a week from one of Austin's most dynamic barbecue spots. It's time to wake up and smell the beef cheeks, because Leroy and Lewis has moved locations but are still serving up items no other barbecue spot is, like this tri-tip, medium rare and has chew like a steak. Your emotionless dad may shed a tear biting into it, and grandma will appreciate how easy it is to chew through these tender smoked beef cheeks. No dentures, no problem for little Miss Hawktua. Brisket is a family affair. Split up the fatty chunks to avoid needing an Ozempic ordinance from Lockheed Meaton or Northrop Grumman. Your divorced uncle has more side pieces than a nightstand factory, so get him the sides no one else makes, like chorizo potatoes and Fritos topped with a fat-dripping chili. But for you, the sane family member, you come on Thursday night for this chicken fried beauty, fried in beef tallow, the crust light, and the center a huge piece of steak. No ground beef BS, while the roll glows like a Korean skincare routine, and the potatoes are mashed like a monster on October 31st at Leroy & Lewis.
A lot of families never let it leave the kitchen at all. One home cook walked through her own version, cheaper sirloin, a mustard marinade, a pinch of baking powder for crunch, then handed it to her husband. His score, probably a 30 out of 10.
Let me show y'all how to do this chicken fried snake. So this is what I'll be using. These are petite sirloins from Aldi. Honestly, these come out to be cheaper than if you bought cube steak. What I'm gonna do is take each little steak and I'm just gonna butterfly it. That is cutting down the center, but not all the way through so that it opens up like that. Be super careful not to cut all the way through. Just like so. Then I'm gonna take my meat hammer and just pound it out. Flip it over, do the other side, and there you have it. Perfect. We have all of our meat pounded out. Now, I'm just gonna go in with some mustard, a little Wichita, a little bit of Bar Lizzie, and the Boo Yizzy. Okay, gonna take my see-through phalange, give this a super good mix. Then I'm just gonna take some whole milk and I'm gonna add just enough so that those can soak. Pop this in the fridge, let it hang out for about an hour. Now it's time to bread these up. I'm gonna add some all-purpose flour to my speckled baking dish. This is gluten-free. Then I'm gonna add some plain breadcrumbs. Then I'm gonna add a tiny pinch of this baking powder. This just gives a little crunch. Ooh. It'll be fine. Make sure to give that a good mix. If that baking powder does not separate, it'll make a weird crust. Gonna do black pepper and salt. Lots of black pepper. And sometimes I don't season the flour. I just hit it with salt, fresh out the grease, and it's just as good. All right, so now we're just gonna take each one, get it real good on both sides. Just like that. Then set it to the side. Gonna do all of them. We'll be back. Grease is hot. We're just gonna add each little one in. Make sure not to crowd your pot or it will not get a good crust. Also, do not touch it too much. Okay, let it go for at least 2 minutes on one side before you flip it. And these are steak, so it's okay to be a little undercooked. It's just to preference. Yeah, do these in batches. They don't take too long. Once they're good and crispy, take them out. Put them in a little thing with a paper towel so that the grease can drain. That's good, ain't it? 1 to 10.
Probably a 30.
You like it?
Yeah, I do. I love it.
Maybe that's the real story here. Not that a dish surprised a few visitors from overseas, but that it did what the best American food quietly tends to do. Without asking permission, it made strangers feel like they belonged at the table. A menu item they once mistook for a mistake became, for some of them, one of the things they missed most. Ever had a meal rewrite what you thought you knew about a place? Tell us about it below. And if you want more of these unfiltered first reactions, you already know where to find them.